as I was saying before about Kelvin Zing, he may not have qualified well, and he did the same thing down in Houston, but he is very consistent when it comes time for the heats, and he sure puts on a good show when he's out in front. So that's Wolf and Summers leading the way down into turn number 1. And, we got him packed
we
up.
have Cohen Summers off the track, dropping all the way back there in turn 1, ran a little bit wide. We still have your leader, Caden Wolf, out in front. Now it looks like we might have Braxton Tregre, Kelvin Zing, and Abraham Deem are starting to bring up your second pack. Caden Wolf out here, a massive gap already into turn 6. But as we know, Caleb, a massive gap in this really competitive 206 sponsored by Cruise Racing Development Field doesn't mean very much now, does it?
No, and there's always the possibility and probably the guarantee that they're going to bunch back up. However, Wolf is out of draft. I want to say he's almost out of drafting distance from the two behind. So if they're not careful, both Walter and Stevens, if they decide to go back and forth, you could see Wolf start to pull back away.
These Briggs 206s make it a little bit aggressive. We do have a move that is Landon Melson down the inside of Tyler Stevens into turn 6. Looks like Stevens is going to let it happen. Is Stevens now under attack from Kelvin Zinger on the outside? Ooh, we have some two-wide racing here through our turn 7-8 complex.
If the top 3 make a couple passes here and there, it could bunch that top 6 back up. And keep in mind, Selimot, who ran in the full TSRS schedule when we went to NOLA's, there's a pass for second. That is now going to move Melson around Walter. But as I was saying about Sally Mott, she had that gnarly incident down in NOLA at the first round where she got off the ground and did a couple of spins. So she is able to recover very well from that one. It hasn't affected her at all. She is still up in the mix inside the top 6.
And Melson caught him all by himself, which is a feat in itself in this Briggs 206 class. We have a pass for the lead. That is Melson down the inside of that 622 Caden Wolf. Is Caden Wolf going to go under attack on Melson? It looks like he is not. Oh, he will. There's a little bit of a bump here through turn 2. Turn 3, they even themselves out. The front 3 drivers all staying in line as we go through our chicane here. Turns 4, 5, head down turn 6. We see Melson tap a helmet, say, come on, draft me a little here. Looks like Wolf is not going to have it as he lunges down the inside, but it looks like Melson does not want to let him by as he chops him down to the apex. Wolf down the inside again into turn 1. Down the inside of Melson. Melson drops a tire, goes down to 4th place, and we have what looks to be Waller up the inside for the lead, and Ian Wolf drops down to your 3rd place position here, Caleb.
Yeah, and it hasn't bunched the top 6 up as much as I thought it would. Like you said, that tire drop is falling farther back. There's a signal saying, hey, push me. We need to get back by.
Oh, it looks like we have a pass there for 5th. That's going to be Ava Elder on the inside of Sally Mott. Is she going to make it stick? She is not. Mott closes the door into turn 1. We are now from a 4-cart train to a 3-cart train of just Waller, Stevens, and Wolf. I would like to think Wolf might... Oh, no, we have our leader off. That is Luke Waller out of the race here today. Now we only have Stevens and Wolf here, your new front 2. And just like that, within a lap, we've gone from a 4-cart lead pack to only 2.
Up into 4th, Elder's up into 3rd, and here comes Wolf down the inside. So I think that answers our question. They're going to go back and forth. If there's another pass back, they continue to go side by side yet again. It looks like Stevens thought about trying to make another move, and just like that, here comes Ava Elders, who's moved up 5 positions, trying to make it 7 for the win as they make their way down the line. That is your lead 4 pack, and then just off the 2 from behind, that is Mott and Zing, who have stayed in that 5th and 6th position. I think they're playing the long-term game here because they are still about 4 minutes and 30 seconds. Here's a freight train down onto the inside. That is Stevens and Elders are now going to go to the point, although it looks like Elders is going to have contact with Wolf, and they're both off and falling way into the mid-pack. They're going to have to come back on, so they are now no longer factors in the top group. There is now your top 2. That is Stevens out in front. Stevens out in front. Summers running in P2. Sally Mott finds herself in 4th. And what do you know? Kelvin Zing is inside the top 5.
Tyler Stevens running a really consistent race here. Cohen Summers, a very interesting race as he ducks out for the lead. Will he make it stick down the inside of Stevens? Makes it happen. We have Cohen Summers back to the lead. We have Kelvin Zing up the inside of Sally Mott. Will Sally Mott let it happen? Looks like she is fighting. Goes for the crossover move.
And Tregery, as they make their way down into turn number 6, here comes Wolf on the inside. Does Tregery follow? He does not. They're still side by side, and Sally Mott falls back 1. Count that 2 spots as she drops a wheel. Somehow manages to save it, but she continues to watch that lead group start to pull away from that incident that happened. Now down to the inside. Here comes a pass from Stevens. He tries to make it stick on the inside. That is going to push Summers back 1 more position for the moment as they make their way now into turn number 2. So this is exactly what your third placement of Kelvin needs, as they are now going to get the 2 to go sign. Time just expired. Now they are side by side. Coming down to the stripe, it's going to be Summers and Stevens. It looks like it is now going to be Summers to the inside. He goes back to point. Stevens falls back to P2. So they got 2 laps to try to race this one out, and the time difference now is at 3.4 seconds. They may have enough to start going back and forth to the nail for the lead. Yeah, and looking through the midfield, it looks like Kelvin Zing did, in fact, get passed by both Wolf and Tregery, and now he is struggling to stay back as Wolf went on the defensive there as he's trying to hold off Tregery, as Tregery now looks on the high side. At this point in time, there's probably not a good chance that they're going to be battling out for the win as the 2 leaders are out in front. Hopefully we can switch back to them, seeing as it's the last lap, and they're about to go on for the win here. Let's see if we can find them on track. There's Wolf. There's the pass for lead. Down on the inside goes Stevens, trying to get around Summers. He does so. Where's the crossover at? Making their way now into 7 and 8. Oh, he's going to push his way through. Muscling, and they contact.
We have
up
Stevens
and over.
In the grass.
Stevens is off. Cohen has his hand up in the air. Stevens is able to save it back on. And now can he get the run down to line for second place? There's your winner of Cohen Summers. Let's see how Stevens comes across. He comes across in second. Wolf comes across in third. Tregery in fourth. And Kelvin Zing rounds out the field in the 5th position.